What do you think of that? What don't you think of that? I think that girl has got everything that
They're mainly all little.
Yeah, mine
So we pile through a little more than we normally would.
Yeah.
Buff.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Oh my God.
Have you seen this whole thing about the Snow White?
No.
Oh, it's, mate,
What?
they've like lost money and everything because Snow White herself, the actress, is quite woke.
Oh, okay.
So she's ruined the whole story. She's like, I won't be rescued by the prince. Ew. And
I'm pretty sure that's what happens though, isn't it?
yeah.
So they've just changed the story.
They've changed the whole story and nobody is interested. And then the 7 dwarfs are AI instead of using dwarfs or little people, whatever they prefer to be called now.
I don't think you're allowed to call them little people.
Oh, I'm not sure what it is. Either way, dwarfism, somebody with dwarfism should have played the part. And that community's pissed off. Why use AI when there's perfectly good actors?
They didn't want to offend anybody.
But they have.
But massively.
Yeah. And they not only have they offended those people.
People are so bothered about not offending people that they're actually offending people by not offending people.
Exactly.
Because actually you're not.
And then Snow White herself is like, and then she went on, and I think it was a Bible quote, those that watch me in my time and then watch me, and it was like, okay, cray, calm down.
In the actual film?
No, like they won't let her do any red carpets or anything. She's like really upsetting everyone.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe I will go see it then.
No, I won't go see it.
No, there's nothing about it that interests me.
Then
Nothing.
she
the idea makes me feel a bit
right. So then she went to a cinema. Obviously, it was empty. With about 4 people in. She went with her mates, and then they were doing Snapchats. It's my night, and it's like, bruv, it's not going well for you. I'm here to tell you it's not going well for you. So yeah, I've been like, mate, stop talking, stop it. You keep making it worse. Every time you open your mouth, you're making it worse.
No, I haven't watched anything on it. I knew it was coming out, and
yeah, it's got like a 2-star.
In my head, I was just like, why fix something that isn't broke?
Listen, I believe that they say that is the fairy tale. I feel like it was the first, I can't remember exactly, but it saved Disney at the time. Like it saved Disney, that fairy tale itself. So, and now it's all different.
And now it's just fucked it up.
Yeah.
Massive.
I don't need no men.
Oh, good for you.
It's like, relax. Stick to the story.
It's not about you.
Yeah. I don't know if I fully remember the whole story of Snow White. I was so young.
You ruined it for me.
I did?
Yeah.
Why?
They don't say hi ho software we go.
No.
No.
But she also doesn't say mirror mirror on the wall who's the fairest of them all. Even though she did, but she didn't.
Anyway.
I've forgotten about that.
Oh,
Hi ho.
Did you forget that you ruined my life?
It's off to work we go. But it's not. How weird is that?
No, because when they go to work, they sing "It's off to work we go," and then when they're coming home, they say it's home from work we go.
Yeah.
That's how I remember it.
No, they've changed it.
Oh,
the weirdest part is
fuck
mirror.
Fuck you.
Fuck you. And see that Johnny Cornell? Fuck him too. Yeah.
Anyway.
Mirror on the wall. Who's the fairest of them all?
All day long.
Apparently not Snow White anymore.
Mate.
Yeah, she's been cancelled.
She is too woke for her own good.
She's too woke.
Too woke.
Yeah. And it's like, why are you so angry? Who hurt you? Tell me. It really is like, who hurt you?
Honestly.
Yeah.
I just... Nobody, probably. She's just got a fucking chip on her shoulder.
She's very angry. Very angry. You should watch. Just to go on TikTok later and have a little
And she's
scroll
how
through.
old?
I don't know.
Like
25?
Well, she's got no right to be angry. Get to 41, then you might be able to be angry about something.
She's very, very angry. And it's like, stop being so angry.
And if you are that angry, maybe don't do Disney.
Or if you have changed up the film, fine, but do it with a positive attitude instead of fuck those men. Do you know what I mean?
Did you not just work with 7? Oh no, the AI did. Because actually that's probably why. Because she was not willing to work with 7 men.
It's so weird. I don't know why they'd AI. If you're turning the fantasy into reality,
They might as well AI.
other than when they had to AI things like the fucking fish in Little Mermaid, there's no need to AI humans, is there?
No, there's plenty of those.
And that's what I mean. That's what I said to you. Like when we talk about Twilight, the only thing that bothered me with the last film is it was so clearly an AI child that it just ruined it.
Yeah, but there's not many devil babies, really, is there?
Yeah, but it wasn't a devil baby. I feel like
there's not many
hybrids
vampire
slash human
babies.
babies. Yeah, but there's no AI ones, especially when the technology's not there. I don't know why people keep trying to do random crap, man.
It definitely weren't there then.
No, and that's why it looked so fake. I was like, you just ruined that excellent film. That it was excellent, babe, the last one. Me and Harry were like, oh, babe.
I only watched the first one and then I thought, yeah, I'm never gonna watch that again.
When I watched the podcast,
Ever.
because that reminded me of the podcast, our podcast this week, and I was like, with all the stories I was telling you, it was like,
honestly,
I was fucking laughing. I was like, even if no one else finds it funny.
Nobody. We were all like, okay,
yeah,
she's having a moment. Let her have
it was
That's
so
okay.
funny. Best day ever. It's the way I was so excited telling you as well. I was like, did you giggle watching it?
Yes, because I was like,
I know you were like,
I'm too tired for you.
I was fine before that, before the stories entered my head.
Honestly,
when we were around Jen's
I can't
earlier,
remember why it was triggered.
We said something, and then my mind went, "Oh my god!" This one time in Bandcamp, but I was around Jenna's earlier, and Jenna's mum said something about the home phone, and then I fucking spilled off the number, and they were like, "Oh my god!" And I was like, "Yeah," because I dialed it so much when we were little. I remember. Oh dear. Anyway, let's get to it. You ready?
Wait, hang on. What are we doing first?
Craig's.
Oh, okay, fine.
Because I feel like Bridezilla is always more
energetic.
Yeah. I need that to finish the other. Okay. You clicked then.
In my wrist.
Yeah.
And you see this wrist? I don't know. I feel like I can see a weird little bubble lump here. Here?
Yeah.
Can you? I keep getting a shooting pain there.
Turn that way.
My arm.
You can, yeah.
But
Slightly.
Right here,
slightly.
Yeah, see puffy.
Yeah.
Right there, I keep getting a shooting pain. Like
You got a bruise.
Oh, it's all my veins. Oh, very, very purpley green wrists. But right there,
I forgot to tell you.
I keep getting shooting pain, and I don't know what it is.
It's probably.
And then I'm like, great, I've got arthritis. That's it.
It's probably.
That's because I turned 21. That's it. Done.
Look at this. The cupcake did that. I think she come up with a plan, heard me, and went, okay.
You know, the shop on the end was a tattoo shop. It's not that a tattoo shop anymore.
I didn't.
I don't know whoever's got it now. They've put a sign up. I can't remember what the sign's called. But in the shop, they've completely gutted it. They've repainted it by the looks. There's a bean bag and a little trolley thing. There's a little ginger cat living in there. He's living in the shop.
Is he being fit?
There's a couple of bowls there, so someone must be either coming every day or they're in the basement. I don't really know.
Okay, we'll keep an eye.
Yeah, but if we walk past, we've looked at me and he's like leg dangling down off this, and Cassie went, "Ooh, this distinguished gentleman." And like, he really did. He really was like,
yeah,
his
leg. But
like,
yeah, so look, she's plotting now.
Listen, I wouldn't put nothing past that cat.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You need to remind her who feeds her.
She's like, yeah, Dad will still be here.
Well, he might not.
Yeah, he might be putting in that house. Anyway,
I don't think the boys are going to remember to feed her.
I don't know. Alfie like fucking dotes on her, doesn't he? I'm going to have to unplug that for a second. Alfie proper dotes on her. I love her, and I'm like, you just leave her alone.
I love her.
Before she like kills you, she's like,
slit your throat in your sleep.
Look what she did to me. She's trying to take me out, mate. Right, we ready?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure?
Yeah, babe.
Okay, because every week you're like,
No,
I wasn't ready. Are you sure?
That's because I'm like, okay then, and I fidget, and then you already started. I'm like,
Well, because I say to you, ready? And you go, yeah, and then so I start. Yeah?
and I've got a dog poo bag in my pocket.
See what I'm saying? Look, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Ready? Sure. Yeah? Right. Hello everyone and welcome to Middle Aged Opinion. I am your host Ellie.
And I'm your host Emily. And today we are looking at the... I want to say Craig David now, and that ain't it.
We're not looking at Craig David.
Craggy list.
Craigslist. Craigslist.
If you're English, it's Craig. If you're American, it's Craig.
So it's Craigslist.
Craigslist.
All over the world.
It's Craigslist now. Craigslist.
There you
now,
go.
I didn't know what that was, but to my knowledge now, it is
A sales site.
A sales site, a web page, app thing.
Where
that
anything, including yourself.
anything was being sold.
Yes, including yourself.
Wolf pups.
There you go.
Some random lizard I come across.
I want a wolf.
I read it and basically he put a picture of this wolf and said, "What dog do you think this is? He's been home 3 times. I'm the third rehome he's had. I bought him for $100." And you look and go, mate,
that's a wolf.
That's a wolf.
Yeah. So I was actually, when I initially said to Ems, this is the pod that I wanted to do today, I wanted to go on the darker side and found that there wasn't as many dark stories I was hoping for. Might be something wrong with me. Anyway, I still found some good stories, but not as exciting as I thought it was going to be. But we hope you enjoy it nevertheless. Right, so I'm going to start, yeah?
Yeah.
I gave a scammer my address. How fucked am I? Discussion. Right. I feel so humiliated, but I gave some person on Craigslist my address and number. Just some rando.
Some person.
But we do that on Facebook, babe.
I'm not on it.
Okay.
Don't give my address out.
I'm going to give your address out. I was excited because they were looking to rehome their dogs and they wanted to see our home, which seems normal because I'd like to know where my dogs are going. They had a local area code, so I didn't really think twice about it. They asked about my family and home. I told them that I stay home alone most of the day and that I am pregnant. I'm scared they'll come to my house and kill me or something. How fucked am I?
I mean, have they now disappeared off the webpage? Because then maybe I'd be really fucking scared.
She does do another explaining.
If that was going on, I'd be like, yeah, I'm fucked.
I'm fucked.
But like you said, like generally, that sounds like the right thing to do when you're rehoming an animal.
Right.
And it's a responsible thing to do, isn't it, when you're selling that animal?
It sounds normal to me. I would expect...
Admittedly, who I bought Hattie off of, they didn't come to inspect me.
No.
But obviously they met me and they were happy.
Well, they got a good vibe.
Yeah, they were happy, and the puppies obviously were happy to sort of be around me too. I don't know. I
honestly think, talking about just dogs, that you never know who you're selling your dogs to. That was part of the reason I thought I'm never going to breed Cookie, because I would be worried constantly about where her babies were. Do you know what I mean? It's like when Cupcake had her kittens, I was comfortable with you having it because I knew, first of all, it was going to be fine because I know you. But anyone else for me would have been difficult. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyway, so somebody, the top comment says, how do you know they were scammers though? So Opie does reply.
Go on.
It's kind of hard to explain. After they scheduled to meet me at my house, they had asked for my address and I gave it to them. Then they claimed that they had sent the message about meeting up to the wrong person. and that they were going to meet up, and that they were not going to meet up with me. They had also asked if I was going to be out of town soon for the summer, which seemed weird. I tried calling the number, and it went to some weird answering machine. They tried to redirect me. She's fucked, right?
Oh,
it sounds like they're scaling up the joint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not okay.
Yeah. She does answer people, but I think they're, for this one that I wanted to read, I think they're the most, this is saying, because we've done scams before, but this feels more like, girl, you're in trouble.
Predators.
That's what it feels like to me. Like either a robbery or a weirdo, something, but it feels quite scary to me.
They
I'd be
definitely
terrified.
have already drive by her place. Like,
yeah.
Already.
And
definitely.
Stupidly, she said, I'm here on my own.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd be like, oh, I live with my 5 rugby player brothers who don't work. You know what I mean? I think that's a warning to everyone. When I say like selling on Facebook,
you don't give out that's personal information.
Yeah.
I know, again,
it feels normal when selling a dog though to me. Like those are normal questions. Who's going to be at home with the dog? Ridey rah rah. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
Who lives in the property?
Yeah.
I mean, because I want to say, like, when I've sold on Facebook before and they've come to pick it up, obviously it's never questions about who lives with me or anything like that, because there's no need for that. And straight away I'd be like, why are you asking me that? But if I was buying a dog and I'd be like, oh, this is who lives at home, this is when they're home, do you see what I mean? And to me that would also feel normal. So maybe let's not get our dogs on Craigslist. You don't know who the fuck you're talking to, babe.
You really don't. That's scary.
It is a little bit scary, yeah.
Oh my god.
Right, over to you, my love.
Okay. I'm going to start with this one. So, so this came up on Craigslist, but it also has come under petty revenge.
Okay. Oh, I like it.
Yeah. So this one said, oh,
strikes my legs. You know the norm.
Like,
Oh, you went too big.
no, I never go too big.
That's what she said.
No, I've never gone big. Anyway, didn't get paid from. Didn't get paid.
Now visualising your exes.
Now.
Sorry, you put it in my head. Okay, not too big. With you, go.
Didn't get paid from a painter from Craigslist.
Craigslist.
It looks like Craigslist to me. Anyway, Craigslist. So I set my computer to an auto dial his phone for 3 days.
Excellent.
Years ago.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
How do we do it?
Like this. Years ago, when there was only flip phones, I worked for a week for this guy off Craigslist, 8 or 10 hours a day for 7 straight days. He dropped off $37 at my house with a nasty note saying I was a shitty painter and didn't even deserve the $37. I can't remember my hourly rate, but I know it was more than a few cents an hour.
Right. So
this dude had mentioned he had arguments with his girlfriend about constantly calling and leaving messages because he would still incur a charge.
Incur a charge. That's like back in the day. Yeah.
That just made it so much better.
Oh, yeah. It's back in the day, mate.
So my buddy had a PC with a modem and set it up. Do people even know what a modem is these days?
Yeah, dial-up telephone from the home phone.
Yeah, so my buddy had a PC with a modem and set it up to dial the guy's phone for 3 straight days and leave a message for 2 seconds and hang up, then redial.
Amazing.
I wish I knew what his bill was by the end.
Amazing.
That's brilliant.
I wish we could do that now and they'd get a charge.
Yeah, most of us have like free incoming and outgoing calls now, don't we?
It's all free now, isn't it? I pay £10 a month.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about that.
Yeah, 15. Sorry, I've just upped it. Excellent. Brilliant. Go on.
Well, the first comment was telling us about what he did.
Yeah.
Because they were saying, I did something like this once. Back when payphones were still around and pages. Wow, we're talking about like.
I like it though. We're reminiscing, yeah.
Around pages were where. Hold on. Around, and pages were the in thing. My dad had a handyman business. We would get charged each time someone paged him, so he only gave the number to special clients. One day he comes home and he is fuming mad. He said that he got a page and pulled over to use a payphone and called the number expecting it to be one of his clients. It was not. It was someone who set...
Keep talking.
Oh, it was someone who set up an auto dial on their own PC and would call paging numbers and put it in a number. When you called the number, it was an advertisement for their company. It would play the advertisement and then say, leave a message if you want more info. I told Dad that we will fight fire with fire and set up a PC to call that number on repeat, and when it answered it would play a sound file. You are an idiot, ha 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 ha. I set it to repeat and we went out to dinner. When we came back a couple of hours later, the computer was getting a busy signal when dialing. I filled up that guy's answer machine. I waited a few days and called the number again and left a message that said if he ever auto dials people's pages again, I'll make sure his number never can be used, and I'll even call his main line for his company and fill that up too. You cost people money when you do that.
Amazing.
So it's like I remember that audio, weird, high-pitched voice, right?
Yeah, well, that's what you get. That's what you get. It's worrying me.
What?
I just can't see it illuminating. Hello. There you go. I don't know.
Me? You? Hello?
Can you talk?
I can talk. I've tried my best to talk the whole time.
No, you have been talking.
I have been talking.
I don't know if we... Okay, I did do the sound check, so it should be fine. Moving on.
Okay.
Okay. It's just normally...
You make me worry.
Yeah, no, I can see it. Maybe
okay,
it's
fine.
just... Yeah.
This is excellent. Petty revenge and well deserved. Yeah, we do.
I like that. No, I do like it. I like it when people take it to that
just
level.
That next level.
Well, because if that's how you're going to behave, that's what you're going to get. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, oh my God. I never had a pager.
I never had a pager. I didn't get a mobile until I started working.
I did. I got a mobile when...
I was 16 though, mind you.
I might have been 14, 15.
So you had one at school?
I might have been a little bit older. I might have been 15, 16.
I feel like that is when we all started to get the mobiles, because the first ones were well expensive.
I definitely had what... I didn't have like a Nokia.
No.
But that, like, we could not afford a Nokia.
My dad still got his Nokia.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's still got 99% battery. No, but he does. He still has his Nokia. Which is the, you know, the text you have to put in and all that.
They brought the Nokia out again, didn't they? But it just didn't take off.
No. The thing is, though, babe, you can't deny they were built like bricks.
Yeah. Helen was the first one that had a phone out of us lot.
I had a flip. I feel like my first phone was a flip phone.
Motorola or something, but
that's what I think mine was.
I remember we were out in Croydon and like some girls were like, "Look at that girl with her brick," and then Helen was like, "Ah!" I think no, they didn't call her a girl. I think they called her a pigeon.
Because she's so ickle.
Look at that pigeon with a brick.
Was she mortified?
Yeah, we were all mortified.
Were you like...
Yeah, like a Croydon girl.
Were you like, you can't sit with us?
We were
like Mean Girls.
No, we just went, you know, we used to go shopping. Well, we didn't even go shopping, you just went around the shops.
Who was she talking to? Hello? It's me!
No, she wasn't talking on it. I think she was just holding it because it was so big and it didn't fit in
anyone's
bags.
Do you remember when you had to pull the aerial up?
Yeah.
Hello?
I feel like that's
it was I! Text took 45 minutes. And you had to pay per text.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I like that one. Right, are we ready?
Yeah.
Right, so this is an advert itself from Craigslist, yeah? £600 homeboy opportunity in clean, respectful home. I have a furnished studio room. It's clean, drug-free, pet-free, home available for the right guy. It is a private living space. I'm seeking to rent to a male only who is interested in houseboy arrangements. You should be naturally submissive, able to follow some basic rules, do some regular chores, and don't mind taking orders occasionally. This is a mutual, respectful, non-sexual agreement. You will be treated as a houseboy. I am a mature, educated, professional male located in North Setley area. Rent can be negotiated depending on the arrangement. Maybe you need to get back on your feet and save some money. Short-term or temporary situation is okay too. If this sounds like something you'd be interested in, drop me a line and tell me a little bit more about yourself and the type of situation you are looking for.
I was going to say, what's a homeboy? And now I don't feel
Did
like
you Google it?
No, I just don't feel like...
You know what a homeboy is?
I don't, yeah, I don't.
Yeah, it's a submissive, isn't it?
Wow.
So...
Did anyone respond?
So, I don't know. It doesn't go on to say that. It's just somebody's found this and is like, what the fuck? So the top comment is standard houseboy procedures. And then the next one is nothing to see here. And then somebody said, this is a mutual, respectful, non-sexual arrangement. Maybe OP is being genuine, but to me, the term houseboy does not conjure up to SFW ideas. I have no idea what SFW is. Do a quick Google. This just screams either human trafficker or a potential...
What was it?
SFW, or a potential abusive relationship. Let's see what FSW is before. Safe for work. Does not conjoin with a safe for work ideas. No. And then I'll just read one more. I thought the same. I just showed everyone my tits. You're welcome. Bear with me, bra. For all my fans up there. Follow if you liked. Right, hold on. I thought the same. Another possibility is that it's a sexual nature, but Craigslist won't allow those posts. He similarly brings it up during as in-person interview, which makes more sense to me. So it feels dodgy, and I say don't rent that room. So, I mean, I found it, I liked it, I read it. Over to you.
Non-sexual, but has to be submissive.
It's a dominance, you know, like an S&M thing. That's what it's giving to me anyway. I feel like it is a... But if you're not allowed to specifically just say exactly what you want on Craigslist, then that makes sense, doesn't it? It's like that subreddit that you had us do. You have to be over 18 to be able to view the posts on there, which makes sense. Mm-hmm. But that is one way round it. And then obviously if he goes for the interview, it's going to be... Because, you know, some kids will be like, okay, excellent, I ain't got to do nothing but, you know, put a penny on and clean. They're going to get there and then he's going to be like, suck my dick! So...
In a pig costume.
Or just as a baby. Daddy! Daddy, child!
Oh, God, Ellie.
I'm sorry! There's something mentally wrong with me. Okay, go on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Craigslist, but also come under confessions. I was a Craigslist whore when it was a thing.
Fair play.
Just out of high school, young college student, lived alone, but would fall in the pressure of wanting more people interaction mixed with my abnormally high sexual desires. I posted an ad on Craigslist where it was a thing. Surprised and thrilled at the response, I posted more elaborate ads with pics. Met one guy, was so nervous but went amazing. Oh, I remember the pain as well, but it was overshadowed by pleasures. Then a week later, and then the following, before long I was meeting over 250 guys in the span of a year.
Fucking hell.
I always tested, and the nurses at my clinic were getting to notice me.
Sandra! How the kids?
Then I had a scare and pulled myself out of the lifestyle, even though a lot of sexual friends and couples were continuing to reach out. I still slide back now and then, but my current responsibilities keep me busy. There's a little edit time.
I don't have a problem with it. I actually don't. If that's what she wants to do, I don't have a problem with that. Like, you do you. Do you know what I mean? I feel like
really young though.
I just feel like there are safer ways. She sounds like a nymphomaniac, and there's safer ways to get your rocks off, right? It's quite worrying that she's meeting randoms from Craigslist, and I think it doesn't sound like she's being very safe either.
It doesn't sound like she's being safe at all.
Like, I'm talking about condoms and stuff, because she's having to have regular checks. Listen, I have no problem with her doing what she wants to do. I really don't. I do feel like there's safer ways than an ad on Craigslist. Look at my vag and have sex with me. I feel like an app would be better, because surely they've got more details of the people that you're meeting up with, right?
Well, you would.
I don't know.
Think.
Okay, go on. What's her Reddit?
Right. Got a lot of requests to see the pics posted back then, so I'll post them on my profile.
Shut
Also,
the fuck
I'm
up.
a native.
You know we're looking.
Also, I'm a Native American girl and have a huge thing for white guys, history related. So that I think played a part of it, interracial. I was just like, oh, okay.
Go on her profile before you read the top comment. We won't be showing you this. Oh, it's been suspended.
Right, yeah. Before that reaction was suspended.
Not we saw her vag. Yeah, she's been suspended, and that is because of the pictures. Okay,
yeah,
so she
went a little bit too.
I don't listen. I won't being a lesbian. I just was interested in to see because they're all. I went. You know, we're looking. Like, I'm desperate to see. I just wanted to see what all the fuss was about.
Top comment is such a shame Craigslist died. That was by far the best hookup site of all time. I agree. It was great while it lasted. Why did it end? It's not a thing in my country, but I am curious how a platform changed like that.
Because people were dying because there was murderers on Craigslist.
Yeah, there were traffickers posting children on the site.
And murderers.
Yeah, I always felt they used it as the excuse and didn't want people making money off of sex work. Even Tumblr, that's how you say it, is that?
Yeah,
Tumblr,
yeah, that is
for a moment wouldn't allow anything NSFW
not safe for work
after that passed. Okay,
it's not a bad thing. I think there's so many safer. I don't think there's anything wrong with hookups. I just think
no, and there are loads of sites that are now designed for that.
I just think be careful, guys. Come on, like, seriously, people are fucking weird. If you're not getting that from the stories we read, I don't know what's happening. I mean, I knew that before we read these stories. I just didn't know how bad things were. Do you know what I mean? Right, are we ready?
Yeah.
Okay. What's your worst Craigslist meet-up transition story? I was living in Jacksonville, Florida, and sold a sea-doo to a guy in Atlanta.
What's a sea-doo?
You're going to have to Google. I'm assuming it's some sort of boat that goes on water.
Alright, fine.
Okay. The ad said pick up only, but he agreed to pay me £100 if I could meet him halfway in Clifton, GA. It was about a 2.5 hour ride, but I was okay to meet him at the gas station there. When I arrived, he said he wanted to run it at the local lake to make sure it was as advertised. I agreed, and we went to the park and put the Sea-Doo in the water. He and his arsehole son ran the Sea-Doo for over an hour, burning through the whole tank of gas before returning to the dock, telling me they decided they wanted a boat and drove off. They didn't pay for the Sea-Doo, my gas, or give me the £100 for my driving 5-hour round trip. I googled his name and discovered that he owned a pizza shop in Atlanta suburbs. A few weeks later, I placed a phony order for 50 pizzas going to a business launch party on Christmas Eve. I gave him my 800 number so he wouldn't be suspicious. He called me twice to verify the order and the address. I told him that I would pay him with a company check. The bill was around £600. When he and his 2 drivers called to tell me that they were outside and couldn't find me, I told him that I had changed my mind and I was at the lake, Clifton, riding my Sea-Doo.
So they know who it was.
Amazing. Yeah, that's what you fucking get. He should have at least given him the one-er.
Mate,
He should have at least given him the one-er. Then that
I would have been like, no, I changed my mind, I want fish and chips.
fucking
and then
hilarious.
I wouldn't have let them know.
Can you
who
imagine?
I was.
I've changed my mind. I'm at the Clifton riding my Sea-Doo. Sea-Doo? Brilliant. I don't know why I did Australia. I'm so sorry. I've already told he's the one podcast we're going on. I went, I'm really sorry, yeah, but I've got a thing about Australian accents. I think I'm Australian. Anyway, someone said, I really hope that this is true because it's hilarious. I didn't do it to be funny. I wanted to cost the prick money. So, oh man, only thing better than pizza is some freshly served justice. I liked that.
Pizza's pretty good.
Pizza's pretty good. One from Iceland anyway.
They're all sold out this week.
Were
so we
they?
got just the cheese ones. Not as good.
It's not as good.
Tastes funny.
It's something, I don't mind the cheese one, but it's something about the margarita hot dog pizza that is fucking banging. I will literally sit and eat the whole thing to myself. It's disgusting.
No, it's great.
It is great though. It is a great pizza.
You go, ugh, and then you eat it and you're like, oh my god.
Yeah.
That was...
But there's not one bit of it that isn't nice. The crust, oh. Anyway, go on. And then I've got one to finish us off.
Okay, so I've actually got a funny going on.
Don't fucking give it to me.
Yeah, I ain't got time to be sick. Don't you worry.
Oh, that's quite big. She has to really expand that, guys. Like, really, like, inflate those letters.
So, shut your face.
That's rude.
Alright. Shut your cake up.
It's also rude.
I mean, shut your pie
Your
up.
mum?
What do you want me to say to you?
Go on.
Hush your beak.
Hush your beak! Do you think we're immature?
No.
Not even a little bit.
Who told you that?
Nobody told me that. I'm just curious. When I was putting on my mascara earlier, and it was just Shannon, and I noticed all these lines, and I was like,
no, it was just Shannon.
it was Shannon.
Why did you do that?
Because I was imagining doing my mascara.
Because when we talking to him, so like,
Why does everyone do that? Why?
But we do. But I don't. That face.
But it is.
It's like a cum face, isn't it? Sorry, Mum.
Why? Does your mum listen to the podcast? Come face! screwdrivers for your glasses.
Anyway.
No, why?
You've got something to say now.
Yes.
What's the matter
So when
with
I
you?
was doing, so Paul was talking at me, and I was doing my mascara like this,
Yeah.
and I noticed all these crow feet, and I was like, sometimes I don't think I look old. Like sometimes when we do the TikToks and that, I think, oh, okay, I don't look that old, and then I see all that, and I'm like, have I just turned really old all of a sudden, and I'm not noticing, or I'm only noticing sometimes? I'm being right
I don't
serious.
know what to say to you. I don't know, because I watched that Twilight one we did, and my face
looks like it's connected.
Fucking old.
Whereas I don't.
No, because you got a nice filter on it, because you're glittery and beautiful.
I didn't, even without the filter. I mean, you can try it, but I wasn't going, I want to suck your blood. No, I was just, I feel like here's better on me, but here, and then whatever's fucking happening here is like...
No, you're doing all right.
You think I'm all right?
You're
See,
fine.
I think you're all right.
You're doing fine.
Okay, but it just scared me a little bit earlier, because I was like...
Because I get these... They
Yes,
come
like
all
that.
the way right round.
When I was doing my,
inside of my eye.
when I was doing my mascara, I was like,
whoa.
sorry, when did that happen? Because it wasn't there yesterday.
Yeah, who invited you?
Yeah, what is that about? It might have been because Paul was talking to me and I was just like...
You're like, screw face.
Nobody cares!
Are you still here?
Yeah, stop talking to me. Why are you in the lounge? Right, sorry, back to Craigslist.
To the Redditors who use Craigslist, have you ever arranged to meet up with someone to buy an item and it went terribly wrong?
No. I haven't.
Well, me neither, but just chill.
Yeah.
And then it says, any creepos tried to get you to take a ride in their van. They turned out to be a serial killer and you barely escaped. You thought you were buying something while they had other intentions in mind. Story time. And then I don't really know where that story goes, but it moves on to another one.
Yeah, it's literally asking people.
Yeah, so this one starts with, wanted a hamster. I was engaged.
Fair
I
play.
was like, okay. Found 3 hamsters on Craigslist. Called the phone number and asked, do you still have any hamsters left? The lady replied, oh yeah, I just found some. Don't. Did I hear that right? I must have misheard. When I arrived at her house, there were several cages filled with hamsters.
The fuck?
She wasn't an intentional animal hoarder. She started out with 2 or 3 hamsters, but one of the hamsters escaped and it was pregnant. They started breeding in the walls like rodents.
Oh.
And every time she would find one, she would put it in a cage. When I arrived at her house, there were about 100 hamsters in the walls under the couch. Her house was infested with hamsters.
What the fuck?
She was genuinely overwhelmed and had no idea how to take care of the problem.
And they were all inbred.
Hamsters are, they don't care. I gave her the phone number for a small animal rescue. They removed all the hamsters. I adopted 2, Peanut and Teeny Bean.
Oh.
Teeny Bean had a massive facial tumour. Sorry. 1 black eye and 1 white eye. He was born without one and has eyeballs socket filled with the same colour. Sorry. Not funny. The vet said these were cosmetic and he was otherwise fine. He was the ugliest and he loved to snuggle. I would have picked that hamster too. Top comment to that was, that sounds like one of the cutest infestations ever.
Fucking brilliant, like.
That was so funny. Have you got any left? Oh yeah, I've just found one. Okay. Just found one. It just fell out the wall socket.
Oh, it's amazing. Oh my God, that was fantastic.
Yeah, that was the top one. I was like, yeah, that's the one I'm going to read.
It's your fault I was laughing. You like had a tumour.
It's amazing laugh. It's not funny. But
at least the hamster wasn't in any pain.
Healthy.
He was fine.
He was a healthy hamster, just had an
just had a
eyeball
growth.
missing.
That was all the inbreeding. Unbelievable. Imagine just random hamsters falling out your wall and under your couch. Caught another one, Dave.
Found one.
Back on Craigslist.
Look,
Have you got any?
The kids.
I
Like, right,
found some.
who can find 10 hamsters?
Yeah.
Gets a tenner.
Amazing. Amazing. Go on.
Do another one.
No, I want to know what the top comment was. If there was any to her story.
Yeah, no, that it sounded like the cutest. Yes.
Oh, okay. Sorry, you did say that. I was
Thanks
too
for
busy
helping
laughing.
the lady find a way to remove the animals without getting her into trouble.
Yeah. That'll do. That'll do. You can give me another one. And then I've got one more for you.
I don't know what's going on.
That's so funny.
Open already. I'd rather. Why does it do that? I'd rather have a hamster infestation than a rat, mouse, roach infestation. Guess what's for dinner? That's so unkind.
Hamsters are essentially,
Do
aren't they like a mouse? Essentially. Essentially.
If you like.
Yeah.
They're bigger than mice.
So obviously the cats bring in mice from the field. So they're not.
Someone asked for a picture of Teeny Bean because, I mean, I would like to see that too.
Yeah.
But apparently she doesn't have any.
Oh. She's embarrassed.
I looked through my pictures and I can't find any of him with the facial tumour because he didn't develop that until he was about a year old.
Oh.
And the white eye isn't visible in my photo because he kept that eye closed.
It's an eye patch.
Oh, wait, just send a picture.
It's an eye patch.
I don't know if it'll open. My computer don't like opening pictures for some reason.
Yeah, because it's frightened.
It's frightened.
It's frightened. That was an amazing story. That really was an amazing story. I think you made that funny.
Oh, it's not going to have any of it.
No. Can you go back on?
I'm sorry, Teeny Weenie.
We can't
Teeny
see.
Beanie.
Can't see your problems.
Oh.
Amazing.
But yeah.
Did you want to do another one?
I can.
Yeah.
I can do. Hold on, they're still talking about Teeny Beanie. Right. So this one is, I went to buy a N64 with a ton of games and a few controllers for $100.
No, Nintendo, yeah?
Yeah, Nintendo 64. He told me to meet him at the Walmart not far from my school, so I went after the school day. He told me that morning that he had a cherry red Mustang and to meet him at 3 o'clock. I pulled into the Walmart and there has to be 3 or 4 cop cars around a cherry red Mustang. The guy was sitting on the curb while they took out a bunch of shit from his car. He had like 2 pounds of marijuana on him and some other stuff. I was sad. I really wanted the N64.
Oh, bless him. Didn't get it. But it was a good deal as well. Right, are you ready? I'm going to finish us off.
Top comment was, should have gone up to the cops and said, hey, I think that guy stole my N64. Did you find one in the car? Could you imagine?
That would have been hilarious. Yeah, we've got it. Well,
yeah, boy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you.
Right. Right. What are your Craigslist horror stories? I haven't seen this question in a while. Hope to see some news stories. Our house was up for sale and suddenly appeared on Craigslist. The rent, for rent by an unknown person. We had people showing up at random hours asking to see the house and driving by and calling our realtor wanting to know the rental information. It turns out it was a ring of people who were pretending to rent the property and take the money. when people would show up to move in, they would discover that they just thought that this was their house. We had to file a police report and post signs in our doors notifying that our home was up for sale and the rental listing was a scam. Bad, isn't it? Do you know that scam goes on now? On Facebook.
People actually rocking up to move in.
Yeah. So they paid the deposit to these people. They're given the address. It's the day to move in, and then they discover that's actually still going on.
That's mad that they've done that and not even gone to view the house as
well. Because the thing is, babe, because it's so difficult to rent now. People are desperate. That they're like, oh my god,
country. Yeah, this looks nice. Let's move here.
But someone was like, "Is this a scam?" on Facebook not that long ago,
massively.
And it was like, "Yes, love. Do not send that person money." They're like, "Oh, just send the deposit and you can just move straight in." And it's like, bruv.
Move straight in. The keys are under the mat.
Yeah. I just finished on that one.
Wow.
Yeah. Bad, isn't it?
I mean, it is a real thing. I have seen ones like that too.
Oh, that was my favourite one, the hamster one tonight. That was hilarious. Made me fucking cry. But yeah. So that's it. Yeah? You're still happy.
Don't advertise on shit. Don't buy it off of things.
Don't tell people who you are, who you live with, any of that shit. And if so, I say lie a bit more, innit?
Yeah, just hold a little bit of information back.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, stranger danger is a real thing.
Yeah. Fucking people, mate.
Jesus.
So we hope you enjoyed it. Please like, follow and subscribe. And we will see you next time.
See you next time.
Bye.
Ciao.
It's you. I do the last one, remember?
Oh, fuck's sake.
Well, you're younger than me.
Oh, I'm younger now, am I?
Yeah, you're younger than me.
Oh, alright. I feel like every podcast has been like, you're older than me.
Yeah, but you're younger than me today.
Oh, wait until you see what we put up next for our TikTok.
What do you
think of that? What don't you think of that? I think that girl has got everything